Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Silent killers are on the prowl. The silent beast is here. Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault and welcome to another sensational review of what I think is a revolution in the EV segment. Now the real practical usable EV or electric motorcycle that we've been waiting for is finally here, and it comes courtesy of Pure EV, stemming or actually originating from Hyderabad, which gives me great pride in announcing this and bringing you this video. Now this is the Etryst 350. Let me just turn on, Etryst 350, and I'm going to share fast 5 facts about this which we come looking for. First of all, the battery capacity, the time it takes to fully charge, the top speed, the top range or the maximum range it can offer, and the pricing. These are the fast 5 facts that we need to know about EVs, and this is here to change the game is what I feel, and set new benchmark and set new standards, because a practical usable motorcycle is finally here and I'm loving every moment of riding this. So first of all, what does Etryst mean? E, we all know, it stands for electric. Tryst is a word which means meeting point or an agreement. So this is where practicality meets performance is what I feel, and this is where usability and affordability meets the technology that has evolved to this day and age, an alternate for all the masses who have been looking up heavenly or heavenwards, praying for some kind of a hero to save the day from the horrible fuel prices that are eating into people's income. So finally the savior is here. The Etryst 350 is its name, and why am I so happy, so joyous about this? Because it offers everything that you crave for, everything that you hope for. The maximum range, the best top speed, and the supreme comfort and rideability and usability in real world conditions, and all this at an affordable price. So now first of all, the 5 facts that I talked about. Before that, let's take a look at the design. We have an LED headlamp, LED turn indicators, LED DRLs. Let me just turn it on for you. LED DRLs look pretty neat and futuristic, and LED tail lamp at the back looks neatly put together, neatly integrated, and LED turn blinkers as well. So all LED lighting all around, and that is something that you can rejoice about, and that's something that Pure EV have never compromised with. So next is the tires. You might think that the tires are a little puny and thin, but trust me, this has nothing to do with the handling characteristics or the rideability and the stability and the kind of ride quality it has on offer. We all remember the R15 first gen model where tires were nice and thin, but you could take sharp lean angles with that motorcycle, because what decides the road grip is not just the tire width, it's about the compound and the tread pattern. So the tread pattern and the compound are decent. I think these are Zapper, Nylogrip Zapper tires. So this is pretty good, tried and tested, proven formula which has served over many commuters and has proved itself in our market. So this is a pretty trustworthy tire, and it does the job for you. I've done the handling test and I've pushed it to its limits. Next is the seat. Now seat is something that is usable, but I feel this is way too high. So it could be slightly flatter seat, like a commuter seat like we find in a Glamour or a Shine, such that ladies can hop on easily. Now it is usable, but it can be better and much more easily accessible if they can change the seat layout. Another thing, of course, is the charging socket. Here you have the charging socket. Pure EV has always had this practical usable feature where we can remove the battery in ePluto 7G and eTrans Neo, such that you can carry it home and charge it right in front of you in your living room or your bedroom, and you can again plonk it in and get going on your way. But that's not possible here, because we have a huge battery here, and the entire panels have to be removed. So you have to put on your technician this thing avatar to do that, which is not possible in day-to-day conditions. So it's better you have a charging socket this thing deployed in your garage or your parking slot, where you can actually directly park this and plug it in, and be rest assured that it charges quickly. Now the fast 5 facts. Before that, the alloy wheels look neat. Then the suspension, you have a hydraulic suspension up front and hydraulic suspension at the back, dual suspension at the back and dual suspension up front, and of course 220mm disc up front and 220mm disc at the back. The brakes are really good. The alloy wheels are neatly designed. The hub motor is very well built. And now looking at the fast 5 facts. First of all, 3.5 kilowatt hour battery, that is the battery capacity. And how much time does it take to charge fully? 6 hours it takes to charge fully, which is pretty reasonable, because they don't believe in fast charging, because fast charging tends to reduce battery life, and they've always underscored that fact. And it's better. 6 hours is pretty decent, and even if you put it on for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, I think you will get decent battery life to get going. Another thing, top speed is 85 kilometers per hour, which is again really good and on par with some of the competition. Now where it races ahead of the competition is the range. 140 kilometers. Yes, you heard it right. Now I got to see you face to face and say this. 140 kilometer range is what they're claiming. And I spoke to the actual brainchild who actually came up with Pure EV, the founders of Pure EV, which claim that though on paper they claim 140 kilometers, it is well and truly able to go beyond that also in real world conditions, where users, owners have testified whatever Pure EV have claimed, the vehicles have surpassed that particular range, which is phenomenal stuff. So that keeps you on guard for any emergency scenarios. So 140 kilometer range. So Dinona, then what about the top speed? So with 140 kilometer range, how much speed can this bike achieve? So there are 3 riding modes, just like in other EVs. So for 140 kilometer range, which is the normal mode, it can do up to 40 kilometers per hour speed. And then you have the second driving mode, where the range comes down to 105, which is again very good range, more than 105 kilometers range, with top speed of, listen to this, 60 kilometers per hour, which is phenomenal, because no one rides beyond 60 in city conditions. You can't even ride beyond that with the given traffic. So 60 kilometers per hour, and you get a vehicle that delivers more than 100 kilometers range. You're sorted for life, man. So this is brilliant stuff for Pure EV, and hats off to them for pulling this off in grand style. Then comes the icing on the cake. The third mode is 90 kilometers range. Yeah, you heard it right, 90 kilometers range with a top speed of 75 to 85. Now on paper they claim only 75 kilometers per hour as top speed, but having spoken to the guys who have worked on the R&D and the officials working with Pure EV, they have told me that you can say 75 to 85 as top speed. And trust me, I have pushed it to its limits. I have touched 84 kilometers per hour on this. You'll see that footage during my ride review, and it does that with ease, absolute ease, and it pulls with a pillion on board absolutely easily. 60 Newton meters of torque. Can you believe it? 60 Newton meters of torque. That's the kind of pull it has on offer. It literally leaps off the moment you twist the throttle, and that's the excitement that keeps you really engaged each time you ride this motorcycle. So 75 kilometers per hour and 90 kilometers range. Man, what else do you need? Even the students are happy at the end of the day. So this is what I like. And even the acceleration, like 0 to 60, I think comes up in 7.6 seconds, and 0 to 75 comes up in 11 seconds or 11.6 seconds, which is absolutely phenomenal. So rounding off the 5 fast facts that we need to know about any EV, the Etryst 350 is here to stay and set new benchmark. So first of all, point number one is 3.5 kilowatt hour battery that can charge fully within 6 hours. And then of course you have a top speed of 85 kilometers per hour. And point number 4 is a range of 140 kilometers, which is unbelievable. And now coming to the crucial point, which is the pricing. Now pricing is 1,55,000, and you might say, man, that's on the expensive side. But when you look around, you have people claiming half the range and still quoting the same price. So you're getting a range of 140 kilometers and all the other good bits for the same price that some of the competition are offering their offerings for. And I think at least this is a leap towards something revolutionary that's going to evolve and get better and better with time. And I'm super impressed and super convinced that this is going to set new standards, and this is the bike for the masses that is going to set the standard and set the pace for more competitive launches and products from the EV market in the days to come. So let's not waste any more time. I am super excited to present my top speed run, the motovlog ride impression right through the city as we blow past the internal combustion engines and show them what EVs are capable of. Silent killers are on the prowl. The silent beast is here. Complete overview of the Etryst 350, the practical ultimate EV motorcycle that you can live with on a day-to-day basis. Now today I'm going to ride this as well. I'm going to ride it through the traffic. I'm going to ride it with the pillion on board and also test the top speed as to how well it performs when it's pushed to the limits. So as usual, in mode 1, 40 kilometers per hour is the top speed, 140 is the range. In mode 2, 105 is the range, 60 kilometers per hour is the top speed. In mode 3, 90 kilometers is the range, and 75 285 is the top speed, which is incredible. So now let's put it in first mode. And one thing you need to note is you have the engine kill switch. So when it is off, you give the throttle, nothing happens, which is crucial because kids keep playing with the motorcycle at home in the parking lot. If this is on, if they give the throttle, the vehicle will move, so which could be dangerous. Always remember to turn off the engine kill switch. Another thing, even when the engine kill switch is off or on, make sure you put the parking mode in P mode. Give the throttle, nothing happens. So that is another good safety feature to have on board. Remove the parking mode, it says ready, which means we are ready to go. Now the best part about this is it is a practical, usable, livable motorcycle that can be used on a day-to-day basis. Nice comfortable ergonomics. I've been searching for the gear lever and the foot brake which is we are used to while riding motorcycles, but here the rear brake is here and the front brake is here. So apply both the brakes to get best out of braking performance. And 220mm disc front and rear, so that is one thing. The tires look a little puny, but they offer good road grip. You can see how well it handles. You can actually play with it. It is very well balanced and very good handling is on offer. Another thing is the performance. Now I'll be riding it through the city and the highway, such that you can get a feel as to how easily, effortlessly it overtakes motorcycles or vehicles on the road. And also I'll try to do the test with the pillion on board, such that you can see as to how effortlessly it pulls with the pillion on board. Off we go for the top speed test. Let's hope we pull it off. Let's hope we reach 85. Come on, buddy, come on, Etryst. We twist the throttle with the trust in you. Etryst, come alive. Let's make it happen. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. 84 kilometers per hour is the top speed that we have touched on this EV motorcycle, which is here to create a revolution, and it holds there effortlessly. 82. Yeah, okay. So I think that's good enough to test its capabilities. Now switch back to 1. Okay guys, okay. So guys, now we are having a pillion on board, and let's see how the bike pulls with the pillion on board. Please hop on. This is the real world conditions, and it's still in the first mode. We are ready to go. Off we go, and it pulls really effortlessly. Oh my god, wow man, this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. It's just effortlessly pulling. This was not the case with the Revolt. At least when I had tested, it was struggling to pull with the pillion on board. Now this one is so effortless, and we have a hefty male has pillion, so he's not just a featherweight guy, so it can pull an average adult effortlessly. That too in just the first mode, which is the least powerful mode, where and look at the overtaking power even in the first mode, where it offers 140 range and a top speed of 40. The torque is brilliant. You can call it the torque master. Wow, hats off to Pure EV. So guys, now it's time to put to test the Etryst 350 in the real world conditions. We are on the highway. Let's rock on. We're in third mode, where top speed is maximized to 85 kilometers per hour. The range, they say, is up to 90, which is phenomenal with a top speed of 85. And look at the way it goes. Goodness gracious, what a joy to ride this machine. Hats off Pure EV. You guys have pulled off this miracle in grand style. Wow, so damn good. Suspension is brilliant, and the handling is brilliant. The stability is great. The braking is brilliant. And EV actually overtaking every other vehicle on the road. This is scintillating stuff from Pure EV. This is absolutely sensational stuff. Look at the way it goes. It's like a silent assassin, overtaking SUVs and sport bikes effortlessly. Man, hats off, standing ovation. Pure EV deserve a standing ovation, man. The way they've developed this motorcycle. Yes, there is room for improvement. Yes, there is room to make it even better, even more premium. But in terms of functionality, nothing comes close. This thing is on top of the world. Wow. I'm sure people's jaw will hit the ground when I overtake them effortlessly on this EV. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Look at this sweetheart. This pocket rocket is absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. And look at the direction changes it makes so effortlessly. 60 Newton meters of torque, baby. That does the job for you. Well, everyone's jaw hits the ground. I'm just flying by the traffic with a broad smile up my face. You beauty. What a machine, man. EVs have arrived. EVs have arrived in grand style. The brake energy regeneration works perfectly. You can see it takes a second or two to wake up to, take that conserved energy and use it to propel us ahead, off-roading, on-road. This thing is a beast. The silent beast is what they call it, and I couldn't agree more. What a bike, man. If only they can offer some, fine-tune it and offer some better paint quality, paint finishing, and a little bit of better panels, this thing will become a benchmark that will be hard to match. Whoa, look at this thing go. Mad machine. I'm absolutely loving this. Okay, so highway testing. This thing is freaking amazing. Oh my god, what a machine, man. They have nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. My joy knows no bound. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We've just been overtaking one after the other effortlessly. Great stability, great confidence, superb braking, great chassis stability, superb direction changes. Guys, I'm also doing off-roading on an EV. How fun is this? You can actually, it tackles different types of terrains easily as well. Really impressive in terms of its capabilities. Wow.